Hello, welcome to the Bowls Show, all thanks to Bowls Australia and powered by Tripadeal. Roll into your next bucket list holiday today with Tripadeal. We're over halfway through our coverage of the 2025 Australian Open and we've got some thrilling matches ahead of us, including today's feature match, the men's fours final. Welcome, Val, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, really can't wait. Thanks, Jordan. I'm really excited for this contest. We've got 8 really fantastic bowlers that we're going to bring you today, and it'll be really interesting. And I think viewers might think that one team will get over the top, but the other may surprise you.
Nice, a little tease. That's what they call a tease in the business. Of course, we wouldn't be here without Aero and their Actuality logo. Personalise your set of Aero bowls with any logo you wish. Aero's patented process prints onto your bowl permanently in full colour, so be sure to visit Aero Bowls and get your hands on these premium bowls. Let's open with some news from across the bowls world, and this is all thanks to OMF. Better sleep, better performance every match, every day. And Bowls Australia is stepping on the accelerator and being bold as they have launched the Bold Bowls, Fun Bowls action agenda that aims to spread the sport of bowls to even more Australians. Now, Val, can you take us through some of the key messages in this exciting new campaign?
Yeah, so this was launched, Jordan, at the 180th year celebration for bowls in Tasmania, and I think it's a wonderful strategic plan spoken by Matthew Kennedy, our CEO, our President Ian Evans, and of course the great Karen Murphy, AM, in the video. And this is it's a call to action as well, so that bowls continues to thrive in this rapidly evolving and changing sporting environment here in Australia. So it's where bowls needs to be a happy place, or the Bowls Club needs to be someone's happy place, as well as really forging an eye to the future, whether that's 2032, the Brisbane Olympics, and beyond. So it's across 4 key pillars, framed around 4 key pillars, which is play well, win well, telling our story, and growing financially. So the telling our story, of course, something that's very close to my heart, being in the media team, and I love the ability to tell the stories of the bowlers, and they have some great narratives, and then playing well, winning well. We won the Win Well Award at the Australian Sports Performance Awards last year, which was an amazing coup in an Olympic year for bowls to win that when we're not an Olympic sport. So, we're really abiding by a lot of these at the moment already, and it's great that we've actually put this into our agenda, and that's going to be the way forward over the next few years. So it's really exciting. It's something that looks and feels great, and it's really exciting to be a part of.
Yeah, amazing. That sounds brilliant. Hopefully, and I'm sure it will lead to a lot of big things in the future as well. So well done to all involved so far, and hopefully the fruits that come from it in the future. As we move on, it's time for Have You Heard? All thanks to Autocar. Be hearing healthy with Autocar. What have you got for us this week, Val?
Well, this week we spoke about the strat plan and the video that was released with that, plus the article on bowls.com.au, Jordan. But you can head to Bowls' YouTube page and bowls.com.au, because we've got another video, a celebration of bowls in Australia, that was released in conjunction with the 180th year celebrations. So it talks about the meaning of bowls and what bowls is as a sport. We speak to people like Carl Healy, Kelsey Cottrell, Para Jackaroo, Cheryl Linfield, Christina Van Nierop, Nate Christic, and also Andrew Howie, Bowls Australia's esteemed events manager, and Paul Holschke as well, the events coordinator. So they've all got some things to say. There's other people, volunteers in the video, talking about what bowls is or what bowls means to them, as well as how bowls sits within the fabric of the Australian community.
And 180 years, so it's got to be one of Australia's most richest sports in terms of its history.
Yeah, hell of a long time. I don't know what you were doing 180 years ago, Jordan, yeah, neither was I. I'm sure there was a turtle that was living, so he's probably seen all 180 years of bowls. But no, it's Sandy Bay in Tasmania. That's where it all started, and now it's kicked off fairly well, I think.
Absolutely, it has exceptional history, so make sure to check out that video and the YouTube page. Let's get stuck into today's feature match on the Bowl Show, and it's the men's fours final. Val, you were on the call. Take us through the lineups, all thanks to Right at Home, the Right Care Right at Home, Australia's premier in-home care provider.
Yeah, so, this team, Wayne Turley, OAM, Sean Ingham, Aaron Wilson, Ali Forsyth. This is a brilliant lineup, and they're 4 superstars. All have won world championships, state championships, national titles. So they've all been thereabouts, Commonwealth Games gold medals as well. But they're up against a team that's really stormed through this, and that's Adam Wallace, Oliver Morrison, youngster from Tasmania, has got a bright future. Jake Rinn actually stepped in towards the right on the quarterfinals. That was as a sub So he's come in, they've made the final, and then you've got Victoria's Thor Shannon, who's been a skip for a very long time and knows his way around a final, that's for sure.
All right, our coverage of the men's fours final at the 2025 Australian Open begins right after this short break. Do not go anywhere here on The Bowl Show. Welcome back to The Bowl Show, all thanks to Tripperdeal. Roll into your next bucket list holiday today with Tripperdeal. We're here at Broadbeach Bowls Club for the men's fours final at the 2025 Australian Open. Let's crack into the action.
See how that battle pans out over the game. But we're away here in the fours final with Wayne Turley. His first bowl. Sneaking up towards the jack, a couple of feet short. Not a bad opener. While following him down on the forehand side.
Brilliant start, Lowell. Brilliant, pal.
And I've been on a couple of greens where we've been maybe 2 or 3 rinks away from where the Thor Shannon rink has been playing. The communication is always on show. They're a boisterous bunch when they get something close, and it's the same with the Ali Forsyth rink as well. Men's fours, you can feel the testosterone at times, can't you, when there's a good shot being played? There's a lot of noise coming from those rinks.
Yeah, I think, and it's definitely part of the game. Yesteryear there was maybe a little bit more reserved sort of behaviour on the green, but if you can find a little mental edge on your opponents here and bring some energy, I think that's the key word, and provided it's all done in the right manner and and not demonstrative or anything like that. It can be a real weapon, for your team, and sometimes you can create a little bit more perceived pressure just by having that bit more voice as well.
So here is Oliver Morrison. See what he can do with this bowl, and just going pretty quick, but he's just underneath the jack.
Looks like a little nerve settler, that one.
Well, a maiden final for a lot of them at national level. Of course, Jake Rinn has been to the national stage before, former Queensland Champion of Champions winner in 2021. Was on track to win that title as well at the national level, the Australian Champion of Champions, which was here in 2022 on this very green. And Lee Schreiner ended up getting the job done, so it was a bit difficult for Jake at the end there because Leroy just went and did what Leroy does in singles. This is better from Oliver Morrison.
That's a ripper shot, buddy. Well played.
Correction.
Brilliant, pal.
He's done a good job there, and I said earlier in the piece today that sometimes the big corrections are easier to make. So he's definitely made a very good correction on his first bowl.
We're locked in there, mate, so just draw the shot.
The luxury of having Aaron Wilson as your third.
Yeah, I just mentioned it's like driving a Ferrari, mate.
Yeah.
Big show in, pal.
It's he's a real weapon. You can really use whatever shot you're sort of trying to design for the head. And you know that he's just going to be right there in the area.
Because his weighted shots are so good, he can utilise that at times so that Ali might not have to.
Yep, yeah, quite right.
And then Ali can go and tidy things up when he needs to. But we know Ali's weighted shot is one of the best in the business.
Beautiful, mate. Yeah, still a blue one, you flop in.
Here is Jake Rinn, singles quarterfinalist here. Come in, replacing Josh Walker-Davis.
Just a little bit of wind picking up there and sort of pushing that bowl along. It actually looked like it was on a pretty good track in. I did have a brief chat to Damien Delgado after his singles, multi-disability singles win, and I mentioned that. I said, you played fantastically well, mate, and congratulations. I said, all bar one end, really, wasn't it? And he said, yeah. He said, it was just a little bit difficult sort of going back up towards green 2 and just into the teeth of the wind a little bit. So it might have a little bit of an effect, and the green running this freely certainly has more effect if there's a bit of wind. So definitely running more freely coming back down this way the boys are playing at the moment.
Going to be a big task for Thor Shannon and his team. This is a World Championship winning lineup, Commonwealth Games gold medalist. Sean Ingham's a national champion in his own right. We're Queensland state representative, 2017 Australian triples with Kevin Anderson and Ryan Bester, and then 2021 Australian pairs with Aaron Sheriff. Plays out of Broadbeach.
If you're Thor Shannon here, you're probably looking at this thinking, I'm probably not going to get a better sit from the first 2 bowls. He's nearly drawn the shot there. You know, he could have played that with an extra 4 feet and still just sort of landed the pack and got away with a little sort of cheapy to start with, but just calling him to back himself on the draw. So either side of that Thor Shannon bowl. Although any touch of it would find the blue bowl holding shot. Perhaps why he played that a little tentatively. Backhand side for Thor. Starting to make some noise about it already. He's played it perfectly. What a shot to get going.
Well, I've got to say it at end 1. Thor brought the hammer.
Wow-wee.
And that is a brilliant start. They've scored a 3.
I think he stayed for 4, did he? No?
3.
Okay.
Indicated by Wendy Clark, our ITO.
We're going to take a quick break here on The Bowl Show, but stick around for more action on the other side. Welcome back to The Bowl Show, all thanks to DrinkWise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise, and Aero Bowls. Let's get back into the bowls action.
Last year's men's 4s, Ben Twist was out there. He'd won one before. Carl Healy as well.
At the risk of opening up an old wound, perhaps it was the final we played against Kurt Brown and his rink. That might have been the last time it happened.
What year was that?
Well, too many moons ago now.
One day, Matty.
2018, 19, something like that. Full head of hair.
Wayne Turley. Been there and done that at international level. Com Games, gold and silver medal. Hard to believe Melbourne 2006 was 19 years ago.
Well, I'm pretty sure if Jake Rinn was on the mat, he would have come off the mat then. But Nugget, horns going off in the background, just went and drew a shot.
Always a bit of road rage going around.
Sliding through Ollie there.
breeze and temperature dropping. Sun just going behind some clouds, which may change the conditions of the rink out there. Not for Nugget.
Nuggets bowls are starting to heat up.
Here is Aaron Wilson, and you've been on international tour with him, been in the Australian squad with him. What makes him so special?
In what manner? he's a special human, that's for sure.
He is.
In terms of
and then he does that.
Yeah, in terms of his game, he's so instinctual. That's the word that comes to mind. You know, I mean, I'm certainly not in that category. I'm far more sort of considered. I don't take a heap of time on the mat, but for this guy, his processes are just so quick. Doesn't give him a chance to second guess himself or anything like that. He's a bit of see ball, get ball, and it's what makes him, you know, as good as he is. And that's not to say that that's the way everybody has to do it. Everybody's different. He's a very calm, very quiet player on the green.
It doesn't say much, does he?
No, not at all.
And Jake Rinn has just made the move to Helensvale a couple of months ago. How's he fitting in at the new club?
Yeah, well, we haven't played any club games yet, so any pennant or Premier League or anything like that. But he's a good young kid, and he's certainly got a heap of talent. Probably looking to make a bit of a move on certainly in state circles and even his international career. It's definitely one he's got plenty of potential in that space.
The pedigree's certainly there, and that's been like that for quite a long time. It's been highly touted. Has Ali Forsyth sent it? You can tell that he's really enjoying his time and relishing this opportunity.
He's certainly in the area.
And he's got it.
Yeah, he's hung around for shot there. Ali with weight on the forehand.
Oh wow, almost got it through.
Just might have forgot there was about 15,000 cameras on there at that stage.
Yeah, and it's never a good look when you do it.
So he's got a bit of the jack here.
So what has this created? Because it's gone out towards the Oliver Morrison back bowl.
2 and possibly 3. It is a 3.
Wow.
There was certainly no celebrating about that either. I think Thor was just really trying to draw another shot, and
could have done the Ivanovic, and
he could have.
Sorry, and then
Stick around for more action on the Bowl Show after the break. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to DrinkWise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise and Aero Bowls. Let's head back out to the rink.
So this is the longest we've seen. This is tee to tee. And I like this. I like the change because 4 of the last 5 ends before the previous one had gone the way of Thor Shannon. So they've changed this drastically. Let's see what Adam Wallace can reply with.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start from Turles to change up, and again, you know, the green slowing up. So Well might have fallen victim to that.
Is this the inspired tactic that can change the course of this final? tracking well is Tills. And he's going to be in for two.
Yeah, just taking up some real estate in front of the jack there. Yeah, this one just has to reach from wall.
Has he reached?
He's reached and just under the line a little bit, but much better attempt.
Well, Shorningham knows how to play these greens when it gets dark. He works here, he plays here. He's won Australian titles here.
Only trying to hunt down the backhand side. He's made pretty good weight, and if he hits fresh air, he might even draw the shot. No, he's just fallen short. That second shot. Shorningham starting to stalk this one a little bit more. I think he fancies his weight here. And his line.
He's around.
Oh, he's played a very good shot.
So they're holding two. And Oliver Morrison steps to the mat for his final bowl of this 12th end. His fours final, heating up nicely.
He doesn't like it. But if he manages to keep his bowl on, it'll have some value. You can almost see the cogs ticking with Thor before he played that bowl or called that shot then.
Did he call it a toucher? I heard him say something.
Yeah, I think he said he could draw past Nuggets bowl and actually still get a shot, but it was almost like he was considering the forehand run shot. As we see Disco's bowl just hanging on, stays on the green. That's another very valuable bowl back there. Yeah, this is a shot that I thought he might have called Ollie on with his second bowl.
So you can see Aaron Wilson, the focus of what the bowl and what the rink is doing. Jake Rinn is watching this intently.
Just sliding under. He's promoted. Another one into the head.
So this is currently sitting at 3.
That's 3, and it's actually not the easiest to just go ahead and hit that with any real surety, I don't think.
These are the moments that Aaron Wilson gobbles up. He wants to
just needs
put in these bowls.
A bit more, and he's going to count. Yep.
That's a great spot too. The young man, Jake Rinn.
He's asking this to turn a bit. He's got there.
Oh, wow.
He's got there. Only bowl in the head through the jack. Goodness me.
Wow.
Certainly no celebrations again.
No.
Identifying that was a very, very fortunate result.
That is as fortunate as it gets. And Ali Forsyth, you can just see the air of frustration. Because it's happened a couple of times already. But when bowls taketh away, bowls can also giveth.
It's got to be really tough here mentally to park all that result, go and draw the shot. Needs to stop. Oh, he's just fallen in.
He's going to have one more crack at it. And if Thor draws something close, it'll give Ali something to play to. Again, asking for the peg to be visible. Straightens his mat, thinks about the process and what he's going to do.
I think 4 looks pretty good here. Oh, that's really twisting a knife. But you've got to do it.
You do. Ali Forsyth. This is massive. 3 ends to play after this. They don't want to have to chase anymore.
He's still watching it.
It's got to turn. It's got to turn.
He needs it to stop now for second shot, and he's just fallen in again.
And this, Thor knows it too. Sigh, a massive breath. This can extend the margin to 6 shots with just 3 ends remaining. He's trotting in behind. And they're clapping it in already. 3 it is. Disco had sort of kicked it away before it even stopped because he knew where it was stopping. And it is alarm bells and danger signs for Team Peach.
Stick around for more action on the Bowl Show after the break. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to DrinkWise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise and Aero Bowls. We now head back to our competitors on the green.
But Turles has to be on the money.
He looks like he's got pretty good speed. Oh, it's a brilliant start.
That's one.
Right on the centre line.
A few more of those. And they might be in with a shot. But this man has been brilliant.
He's definitely had a lot of answers. Not quite with that one. Tell's starting to really like this one too.
As Turles done
reason.
it again. That is exquisite leading. Adam Wallace. He has, you're right, he's had the answers. What's his response?
Well, he's definitely there this time.
But is he too quick? Is he too quick?
He's just going to lose it. Yep.
So 1, 2 metres short, 1 in the ditch. They're holding 2. Can Sean Ingham continue this form that he's been in and put in a third, Matt Lucas? Opting for backhand.
Ball's on its way and it's needs to run a little bit, I feel. It is running.
Well, that's 3. And the nerves start to rise. What can the 17-year-old do? Born in 2008. What were you doing in 2008, ladies and gentlemen? And this one is quick too. Is it going to stay up?
I think this one will stay potentially.
Has to. Oh my word, look at how close that is.
Shawningham is definitely counting here. Definitely counting.
Well, that's 4.
And just hiding the jack a little bit more on that backhand side. The young fella here, his body language was straight away like he felt like it was quick again.
What he doesn't want to do is knock his own into the ditch. What he doesn't want to do is knock his own into the ditch.
Just underneath that. There's pressure mounting.
And
Aaron
Aaron
in
Wilson
spades.
lives for pressure. Does Aaron Wilson?
I'm not sure Aaron's feeling the pressure here. He's got essentially 4 metres to draw a shot. That's one of those good, not so good ones.
Yep. Well, that's 5. They're holding game.
Yeah, I think it's a nice big target now though, and Jake's going to oblige here.
Yep.
He's going to split and get the jack. Oh my goodness!
And I don't even know what to say.
Well, he's just played that perfectly.
The
That's
super,
a perfect lawn bowl.
the super sub, and Thor Shannon says, "I love you." I think Adam Wallace and Oliver Morrison do too.
Ali's just taking a moment here to actually assess whether or not they can make a 4. How they're going to go about doing that. They're not going to have last bowl either. Might be considering just trying to run this toucher off the rink. Yep.
Jake Rinn wasn't in this team at the start of the tournament.
There you go. Well, we need a bit of disco magic for this to happen.
Missed.
Yeah, mate, yeah, just hold in there, mate.
So anything past the tee here for Jake Rinn is a real win. The way this head is setting up.
So we're going to chat to
Oh,
the
he's done it
winners.
perfectly.
He's done it again. So we're going to chat to the winners after this. It looks very much like it's going to be Team Blue again today. On the main rink, it was also Team Blue, Matt Lucas. Not sure what's happened in the multi-disability, but it's been a blue kind of day.
Ali's just got a Hail Mary here to try and get both of these bowls and potentially the back one as well. But it's just going to leave a heap of room there for Thor.
Can he do it?
And he drops his head.
He's going to have one more crack at it. But if Thor Shannon can put in a difficult one, might spell curtains, although the possibility of a win here looks almightily difficult.
Really, if they were going to be, any sort of fool's chance of getting a 4 here, that bowl had to take a bowl at the very
Yep.
least. So
They were holding 5, but Jake Rinn said not on my watch. Thor has done pretty well there.
Nothing on, mate. Nothing on, mate. Don't even get to touch your out with that. Don't even get to touch your out with that. Now what beats something out?
I think Disco's words were nothing on, and they could feel it slipping away.
Well, we all know this feeling all too well. Unfortunately, it's not a nice space where you've got to try and, you know, perform a minor miracle to keep the game alive. But if you're not even having this conversation, you're doing yourself a disservice, because you just never know.
Yeah. Well, in bowls, it's one of those sports where these things can happen. And Ali Forsyth, well, this is it. If he doesn't make it,
he's just got to absolutely plough and throw the kitchen sink into Thor's last bowl.
he's gone for it. And he actually cleared two of them.
That's incredible.
He actually cleared two of them, but it is going to be one to Team Blue. And with that one comes a maiden Australian Open title for Adam Wallace, Oliver Morrison, Jake Rinn, the super sub who had the telling blow in the end, and the skip, Thor Shannon. They were never headed. It was only tied twice. And a valiant effort from Ali Forsyth, Wayne Turley, Sean Ingham and Aaron Wilson.
Well, what a match that was. Join us on the other side of the break for the Bowl Show Awards. Back soon. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to Tripperdeal. Roll into your next bucket list holiday today with Tripperdeal, and after almost 3 hours of close and accurate bowls, it's Team Blue who take home the illustrious Australian Open title. Val, what a final it was.
It was incredible, and even in the final end, you still didn't really know where it was going to go, and even the last bowl, Ali almost manufactured something there. It was very, very close, but an amazing performance from Team Blue, and look, they would have definitely taken the mantle of underdog before the game, Jordan, and rightly so, considering what the others have done in the sport. But an amazing performance from all four of them: Adam, Oliver, Jake, the super sub, and Thor Shannon. So amazing, and well done to them.
All right, let's get into the Bowl Show Awards, starting with the play of the day, all thanks to Titanium Caravans. Go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. What was the play of the day?
Well, this was the one here, the super sub. As I mentioned, Jake Rinn came into this team for the quarter-final. So unbelievable. So they had a player that was in, he had to go home, and all of a sudden Jake Rinn comes in and does this in the last end. So they've got 4 here, but Aaron Wilson's just left a slight target, which I spoke to Jake afterwards, and he sort of knew, and Disco wasn't too happy with where that bowl finished up, because it just gave Jake something to sit on and just more room for error. So if you watch here, you look at what if that bowl had, if Disco's blue bowl, if it had have stayed where it was on that teal bowl, would have been a lot harder to get to. But there, Jake, he's found the gap, trailed the jack into the ditch, so he's nailed it perfectly. That's as good as you're ever going to see. In an AO final, he wins his first title on the back of that, and that is the play of the day, possibly one of the plays of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely incredible from the super sub. All right, the moment of the match, all thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. What was the moment of the match?
Well, you've got to make your moments, and you have to make the most of them. So Thor Shannon gets a little free kick here. Ali just can't really do anything there. It's tied up at N6. It's close. And this was an opportunity for Thor to possibly make a score. So they're holding one, and watch what he's able to do here, the Victorians. So fairly short end, and they're able to just make the most. He gets a little bit of the touch of the jack here, and well, that's all she wrote in the end. They score a 3, and 3s and 4s can be quite rare in 4s because there's 16 bowls out there, so it's definitely not easy to maximise your counts, and that's what they were able to do. And from there, they didn't really get headed, so an amazing performance.
And of course, the player of the match, or should we say players of the match, the winning 4, all thanks to Tripperdeal. Roll into your next bucket list holiday today with Tripperdeal. Let's listen into what our championship winning team had to say post-match.
We've got Adam Wallace here, the lead. You led superbly today, my friend, against the Commonwealth Games gold medalist. What was the process like for you today, and what was the key to holding your own against Wayne Turley?
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, there was plenty of nerves to start with, mate, but you know what you're up against with those 4, so you just got to put them close, listen to what the skipper says, and get them close, and hopefully it all works out at the end, which it did, so it's good.
You seem like you ride a lot out there. You're hard on yourself, but then you're also celebrating. How do you deal with those key moments mentally? Because it is such a big situation for you, an Australian Open title. You must be over the moon.
Oh, I'm absolutely stoked, mate. I did a few years in the military, so that's probably where these accolades should come. But mate, this is bigger than I'm speechless. I've got really nothing to say. I'm just absolutely thrilled. So yeah, thanks. Really appreciate it.
We're thrilled for you. And Oliver Morrison, you're 17, my friend. You shouldn't be doing this stuff. You should be in school, mate. This is unbelievable. What does this mean to you, a maiden AO title?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, really. Didn't think I'd ever be winning one this early, but thanks to Thor, been a great skip, Jakey Rin, thanks for filling in for us. Adam, it's been amazing to play with you. Just thanks to all the boys.
You're going to go back to school a hero?
Yeah, hopefully.
The winning 4 from the men's 4s final, Val, they were very happy indeed.
Yeah, they were emotional, happy, jubilant, any other superlative. But yeah, it was an incredible final and a great narrative as well. All of them winning their first Australian Open crowns. And, you've got to be happy with that, especially when you beat a foursome as good as what they beat, and an amazing performance from Team Orange as well to get through to the final. Definitely not easy.
Absolutely not. That's all we have time for today, but make sure to check out our entire Aero Bowls collection, including their Actuality logo. Personalise your set of Aero Bowls with any logo you wish. Aero's patented process prints onto your bowl permanently in full colour. Unfortunately, Val, it's the last match of the Australian Open coverage with your commentary on it, as next week we head to the broadcast rink at the Broadbeach Bowls Club and witness the women's pairs final, which will be magnificent, but that's it for your calling.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately, but when you do 36 matches at an AO, you've got to hand the reins over to someone sometime just to give them a little bit of an in, and Liam Ellison does a great job. Don't you worry about that, and you'll have Barry Lester, Lindsay Clark, Gary Willis over the next month, so you'll certainly enjoy the dulcet tone, or their dulcet tones, across the final month of the Bowl Show in 2025.
Absolutely, in very capable hands. Thank you, Val.
Thank you, Jordan.
We'll see you again next week here on The Bowl Show. The Bowl Show would not be possible without the generous support of Tripperdeal. Check out their tour and cruise packages to amazing destinations like Asia, Europe, Antarctica and more. Head to tripperdeal.com.au. Drink wise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. OMF. Sleep deeper, recover faster, perform stronger, wake up refreshed, energised and ready to dominate every game. Audica. Your hearing is our expertise. Right at home, the right care right at home. Australia's premier in-home care provider. Titanium Caravans. Service your caravan with the industry leaders Titanium Caravans. Aero Bowls. The same line every time. And of course, Bowls Australia.